What we never talk about a lot is multiple attackers. But we know in the street fighting situation, he's always got a friend. There's always his man. So there's always a great chance when you talk about self-defense. We're not talking about sport karate. We're not talking about boxing. We're not talking about jujitsu. We're talking about fighting on the concrete. When you're fighting in the street, there's always his friend, his cousin, his best friend, his uncle. Somebody else is going to come. And even when they're trying to rob you, like you saw those two gentlemen, if they're trying to rob me, yeah, they're coming with more than one. So what do we do against more than one attacker? I say there are 5 rules that you need to follow. Number 1, always look for your exit. Because no matter what happens during the course of the fight, I may be able to exit. And at any time I'm able to get out of there, whether it's the beginning, the middle, or end, I am out. So number 1, look for an exit. Number 2, what we do, especially in the 52 blocks, is we play the wall. And why do we play the wall? We play the wall because we don't want anybody behind us to all of a sudden bop us in the back of the head. So we actually play the wall. And then in playing the wall, I'm gonna put on those binoculars, that hand here, or I'm raising the gate. However it is you wanna defend yourself, you wanna close the door. If you wanna do that because you know that he's coming with those haymakers. He's coming to your head level. You gotta protect your head. And also, when we talk about number 3, you want to talk about being able to pick your target. Who's the weakest man out of those 2 guys? Now, your evaluation could be totally wrong. You don't know. And I always say, yo, guys, watch the shorter guys. The shorter guys are the most dangerous ones. They actually don't fear you at all. Tall guys usually are kind of easy. But anyway, pick the target that you feel that you can finish quickly and effectively. And sometimes with real malicious intent, because you want to send a message to the other attackers that they probably need to exit. So once you do that, you are in the game and you are able to survive by picking that target, finishing that target off, and then escaping. And number 4 is find something. Not find something, find something. Now you may be looking around and all of a sudden, I got this stick. I got something I can defend myself with. I can use this. You want to be able to have something, and any kind of thing you find, you can use as part of your defense. Now also, you might find a chair. Who says I can't find a chair? I'm going to poke, hit them. If I find a folding chair, I'm going to do like those people did by the dock that time where they were hitting people with folding chairs. Whatever you find to use to protect yourself. Look, and this goes out to my martial arts family. You're not walking around with samurai swords, brother. You're not walking around with blades out. For my Second Amendment people, you're not walking around and you have your pistol with you all the time. You're not doing that. That's just not reality. So you have to be able to find weapons that you can improvise with. So these improvised weapons you may find, I might find a brick or stone on the ground. Pick that up. Who knows? I was pretty good at baseball. Swinging at your man, throw it at him, and then finish him off, and then go about your business. So we understand what the rules are, that you have these rules that you have to follow. So we said, 1, you need to find a place that you can exit. 2, you want to play the wall. 3, you want to be able to select your target. I pick eeny, meeny, miny, I think it's Mo. That's the target that I selected. And then 4, you want to be able to find and improvise weapons. Get away! Stay away from me. Whatever, if you know how to use it and you're good with it, that's different. But you want to be able to find and improvise weapons. This is why in the 52 blocks, we teach defense against stick, knife, and gun. We also teach you how to use a stick and how to use a blade, because you might be finding that improvised weapon, and that can save your life. And then the last one is number 5. Number 5 is run like hell. You can run like hell in the beginning, you can run like hell in the middle, you can run like hell in the end. But whatever you do, don't stay there and try to finish the fight. It's not a movie, it's real life. Don't stay there and try to prove that you're tough. That's not what it's about. It's about being able to survive and have this discussion another day. Now, if you stick around, we're going to show you some techniques and show you how to use those techniques. Silly. When it comes down to self-defense, a lot of people want me to show them all these fancy techniques and they want me to demonstrate. But I got to tell you, in reality, when it comes down to defending yourself against more than one attacker, is you got to know what the rules of the game is. Because all your fancy techniques don't work if you're not looking for an exit, if you're not playing the wall, if you don't play the wall, if you don't select your target, if you don't find other objects that you can use to defend yourself, like a chair, like a crowbar, like a bottle, anything, and if you don't run like hell, you don't really know how to defend yourself against multiple attackers. If you think that defending yourself against multiple attackers is what I call Custard's last stance, that's not a good plan. Because while I'm dealing with this guy, while I'm working with him, while I'm doing all my stuff with him, his man is coming. And that's why being over-invested in destroying one person is not really a good plan. So even when I show you self-defense against multiple attackers, I'm going to show you how to get in and get out, how to look for the next guy. Okay, guys, serious. So let me show you one thing about playing the wall. When we play the wall, you put one foot on the wall, lean back, and you're going to push off and throw your punch. That used to be the Superman punch. So you see a lot of guys do the Superman punch. There is a great grandmaster, his name is Mataka Bear, and he explains excellent explanation of the history and where the Superman punch comes from. He really lays it down for you about where that Superman, you see a lot of MMA guys use the Superman punch. But the Superman punch started from us leaning to the wall, stepping out, and punching. And that's the Superman punch. So we'll talk about that in a later video. And with the Patreon members, we'll show you how to train and learn how to really do the Superman punch, which is a real important punch that comes from actually being on the wall and jumping off the wall. And that's why people call it the Superman punch, because guys will jump in the air off the wall and punch you in the back of your head. So that's a Superman punch.